Hello everyone. In this video, we will be talking about the litmus test to determine a true libertarian. Let's say if you were vetting candidates to represent the libertarian movement. These are the three fundamental ones. If they don't represent, or if they're not concurrent with these three fundamentals, then perhaps they're not an adequate representative. So check it out. So if you're wondering if a particular individual or a candidate is libertarian, um, see if they qualify by these standards. Actually, this is how I answered the question when my friend gave me a specific question. Right? He said, "Why is it that you don't support Harper?" Right? And uh, and he's a supporter of Harper. I mean, he reads Harper's books and everything like that. But I made these 3 points. Right? I said, this is my litmus test for Harper. If he had passed on all three, I would have supported him, but he doesn't. But this should um, be applied to the pursuits of the other candidates as well. So check it out. Here's the first part of the test: abolishing the central bank, the central monetary monopolist on the issuance of money. Right? They just you know I mean, do you think that's a just entity? Is it necessary to have a monopolist, printing money as much as it wants and using it however it likes and giving it to, whomever could benefit? It's just a bunch of, cronies up there. So, is this candidate that you're considering for or against abolishing the central bank? You know, if they're against, I mean, come on, that's a disqualifier right there. They can't be against it. Next one: ending the war on drugs and the legalization of all drugs. Why would this apply? Well, the non-aggression principle, right? If somebody engages in an activity that you don't particularly um, praise, it don't matter. How is he bothering you? You know, he does with his body, with his freedom, whatever he wishes to do. And by you saying no, he shouldn't be able to do that, you're basically imposing on him. You're assailing his liberty. He hasn't harmed you in any way. So, is this candidate you're considering? Would they be for or against? Next one. Now, this one perhaps may be tricky because, they're like anarcho-capitalists. I mean, these people may say, you know, we don't need no limited government, right? We need to go straight anarchy. And the others, I mean, how I like to see it is like you gotta aim for minarchy and then entertain anarchy afterwards. I mean, that's how even Peter Schiff had responded to Adam Kokesh when he had asked him regarding this. So, so the question basically is, or this part of the question is this candidate in favor of directing the extent and the size of government to these three central institutions, right? And that's it. The rest of it all just gets diminished or eliminated, and this is all you have of government. So, army, defense, right? Courts, hoping to provide justice, and police, just federal police, perhaps, right? And perhaps maybe at the local level, there could be, there could be a market in this stuff. Some people try to make the case for defense enforcing agencies. Perhaps that could happen at the local level, but at the federal level, we could have something like this, so you can at least have international recognition. And if you have a three-part state, I mean, at least one person to occupy the seat at the UN, so you're considered legitimate and acknowledged by the international community. That's it. Everything else perhaps could be, you know, tried in the laissez-faire approach. So that's what I mean. So Stephen Harper definitely fails that test, but some people may be saying, "Hey, isn't that too harsh of a test? This purity test that you set up? I mean, who's gonna pass that? It's only a minority of people, right?" But here's one person that's definitely passed it. Ron Paul, right? He passes on all of those 3 points of the litmus test. And you'd probably say he's an adequate representative of the libertarian movement. Yeah, so that's that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And when there are new candidates coming up or something, you should try to see if ignore their party affiliation. Try to just focus on what they're uttering and what they're advocating. But I guess that can still only tell you so much, because you don't know what they're really in there for. I mean, of course, with any politician, I guess your major skepticism is that they're in it for themselves. You know, you get up there, you become a minister. I mean, you're making 200 to 250K a year. Do you do much? If you were absent in the office, would the economy go out of whack? Probably not. Probably not. You see, I mean, a few video ideas came to mind, but another one I was gonna make a video on was, if you were to vote, instead of voting for a particular candidate, imagine if you could just put it down that you just prefer the office to remain vacant. You know, perhaps the administration, give it 4 years or 8 years of the vacant office, maybe less damaging than when an actual person is in there. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that, and like, share, subscribe.